We analyzed last week Soundhound and we were telling you guys the resistance level of 6.21, it was an important one, and look at that, it hit that level and now it reversed back to 545.
Exactly. Technical analysis doesn't always work, but when it does, it's beautiful to see. And in this case, it almost perfectly did. Let us know in the comments below if you were using this resistance level also, or you had a different perspective. Remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. And remember to subscribe for more content like this. Let's go with Soundhound AI.
Okay, so at this particular level, you know what happened a couple of weeks ago? The high went absolutely nuts. Obviously, at the resistance level, the correction is normal. And right now, we had to measure if it's gonna go back a little bit below, or if it's going to rebound from this level. What do you think? Buy or sell somehow?
Yeah, let us know in the comments that answer so we can see where are the forecasts of our subscribers. We will later see the forecast of the Wall Street analyst, but for what we can see right now, this level of 6.20 was important indeed. Why did we mention this level in previous video? I think it's important to take that into account because we saw like this rejection right here happening in May 2024 around 5.90 more or less, almost $6, and also this price action right here. We had this bearish gap this week's right there, and also during February a lot of price action. You can see like the level being broken out with gaps, then being used as a support, then as a resistance area. So we could say like around this area there was a lot of interest. Maybe with the volume profile and other indicators you could also see like this information. And it doesn't always work, but it could help you as a guide, to see like a map of the stock. And in this case it got rejected right there, but as Alvaro mentioned, it doesn't mean like the stock is going down from there to previous levels or even entering into bearish territory. Maybe this is just like a normal correction where some bullish traders took profits and they are entering again at lower prices, or maybe not. So let us know in the comments, how do you see this latest move?
Yeah, I would recommend you use the RSI MACD. Obviously, they are very popular indicators, because many traders use them. And the thing right here, look at that. It went to oversold territory, no, overbought territory. I'm sorry, in both
Yeah.
indicators. So obviously, in that moment, when for instance, if you bought at $6, that was the highest moment of risk reward ratio. Because obviously at overbought territory, the risk of
Mhm.
correction is very high. And look at what happened afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting. Here we have a good example of why these indicators don't always work. And better said, you have to know the context, and how to read them, and also to apply risk management in order to have like a good profitable or a win rate or a good risk reward ratio. It depends on your trading style. But let's go to the 27th of February. I drew this vertical line right here in yellow, sorry, and we could see like the RSI was an overbought territory, and even a little bit earlier it was also. We can see right here during the month of February the 15th also. And it is interesting to see like from there the price continued going higher. The price was at overbought territory, we could say, with the RSI, but the price continued going higher. But what do we have right here also in the RSI? And I don't know if you can see that, Alvaro, but there is a divergence, if you can draw it, because I can only draw it in the price.
Yeah, I
And
can see it.
divergences sometimes indicate like there is going to be a correction if it is at the overbought side, or in the opposite if it's at the oversold territory, an upside movement. And in this case it was at the highest part, and when the breakout happened, or a little bit earlier, it depends if you are a more aggressive trader or not, we had this downtrend movement. And from there, the oversold territory, from there the price went a little bit higher, then again right here more or less around those areas. So this isn't like a perfect indicator. Obviously it doesn't always work and it's not perfect, but if you have like the notions and you can use it and you have the experience, it can help you a lot. In this scenario we can say a lot of multiple options to enter into profitable trades, but you have to know what you are doing, and that's the difficult part, of course.
Yeah, look at what happened back in April 2024. It happened the same, but backwards. We're talking about like this the MACD. It was like a signaling like a bullish, an actual a bullish divergence. And look at what happened afterwards. It's like you have plenty of time to find the trade. And actually, it's like the if you are patient enough, it's like when you that's where the moment you can find the best trades.
Yeah, exactly. I think patience is key, and we as traders know it, and investors know it better because they invest for the long term normally, and they have to to work on that. But as traders, sometimes you want like the quick profit, that 200% in a couple of days. And when that doesn't happen, it's difficult, to have that patience and to find the perfect entries, or not the perfect, but at least the good ones where you can like apply your trading strategy correctly. So let us know in the comments if you follow MACD indicator, RSI, if you use trend lines or some kind of price action tools, so we can learn with you also and maybe make some more specific videos about those topics, because we really enjoy talking about it. And we are not experts on that, but we love to see how it works in the past. When you see those um, patterns or indicators working like taken from a book, but in the chart in real time, or sometimes in a couple of weeks back, it's beautiful to see and to learn from that.
Okay, let's see the forecast of this stock.
Let's see, because I think, yeah, indeed, it's obviously interesting.
Wow, we're talking an average of more than 40%. Obviously, Wall Street analysts, they are not fortune tellers, but at least they are working doing this, it's what they do. So obviously, you need to analyze what they say closely and to see if that reality fits actually to what's happening in the chart.
Yeah, I think it's like another guide. You have indicators, you have price action, you have like Reddit comments, Twitter comments, or X, and you have all social media of trading, and you can like create a scenario of what are people thinking about this particular stock, and from there everyone could say something, and you may be correct thinking the opposite. This is also the beauty of trading. The best trades, as you may know from some, if you watch some investor movies, is like sometimes they were against all the Wall Street analysts and all not the data, but all the market in general, and they were right, because at the end of the day, the market will do what it has to do. Obviously, this is something very general, and it doesn't always happen. And in these stocks that have a lot of volatility and hype, there are many factors involved. So, in my opinion, the best thing you can do is risk management, because if you fail, you are not out of the market forever, and if you win in the long term, you will be doing better.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to see if the estimate is gonna be exactly the reported earnings, but based on the data, we have mixed opinions. Sometimes the estimate it was like very similar, very close to the reported earnings. In the last one, the reported was like worse than the estimate. In this example, I would say it's around that area as well. So not very dramatic moves. So the stock is gonna continue to do its thing, based on hype.
Yeah, exactly. We have to wait and see how the AI market also develops. And the previous video, we were talking about the news related with the Soundhound AI technology in the cars, with the voice assistant and all that. Make sure you check that video if you didn't. And right now, from the price action perspective, we had this last correction right here. 2 consecutive days in the red territory. Maybe today it corrects to the upside. We don't know it yet. But what do you think, guys? Let us know in the comments. Do you think it will go higher again and visit previous highs and maybe make new ones, or do you think like this stock is over and it will go to lower territories? Let us know below in the comments. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys. See you in the next video.
Remember to subscribe.